Record. So give me. Hey, welcome everyone. This is the quarterly GTAA, I guess, meeting, Zoom call, whatever you want to call it. But it's time for us all to catch up, and we've got a few people online. Although everyone's got their video turned off, so I don't know. Or didn't comb their hair this morning, didn't brush their
You know
teeth.
what, Phil, the way you have it set up is set up as if this is like a webinar. We don't have the ability to turn our camera on the way you have it, the Zoom set up.
Oh, you are kidding me! I'm sick to my stomach. I pushed
So
the wrong button, didn't I?
we thought you only wanted us to see you today. That's why we
No, definitely not. I was wondering if it was a big difference between a webinar button and a seminar button, but I want to see everyone, so I can't see everyone. How is this going to work?
Can you
Well,
give me 30 seconds to get my clothes on?
yeah, I want to know
please, look,
why.
please, Jeff.
Yeah. Oh
So
gosh.
spare us.
Okay, I got my shirt on. You only need to see it north of the belly button.
All right. Well, I'm really sad about that, gang, and I really, really apologize. That's not what my intentions were. I wanted to see everyone, and I don't know why that doesn't work that way. But either way, we're here, and I guess you got to look at my ugly face, but we can all hear each other's voices. So, can you at least see who else is on the call? Can
No,
you can't even see that?
only when they're talking. Only when
Oh,
they're talking.
okay. All right. Well, I'll tell you what, we have a handful of people on the line. We're expecting some more, so we're just going to have to wing it here and do voice stuff. We used to do this in the old days, believe it or not. Before
Right.
there was Zoom, before there was Meetup, before there were all these video calls, we used to actually do conference calls, and they worked great. And that's old school. We've had probably 100 in recording. But glad you could join us, gang. Thanks. We try to do this once a quarter and try to get everyone on board to just kind of catch up, just to kind of see what's going on out there, maybe some new stuff that we can learn. And I again apologize for no video reception here. I don't know how I screwed that up, but nevertheless, we've got a handful of folks. I'd like to take the time, first of all, just to introduce everyone, or let you introduce yourself if you don't mind. Take a minute and just kind of tell us who you are, where you're at, what you're doing, and then I'll tell you a little update of what's going on with the GTAA, and then we definitely will hear some new ideas from you all here in a little bit. So, Jeff, let's continue our conversation. Jeff has been with us a long, long, long time, gang. We have a lot to learn from Jeff. He's a pro. He's one of the best. He was the GTA Consultant of the Year a couple of times, so he knows his stuff, and he's worked with golf courses. He does it all exactly right. So, Jeff, why don't you tell us a little bit about you, especially for the new people, what you're doing and how you're doing it out there?
Sure. Thanks, Phil, for the introduction there. I'm in Maryland. I concentrate primarily on central Maryland, but we do go into southern Pennsylvania and northern Virginia on occasion. Love the fact that COVID brought Zoom meetings more into vogue, so I don't have to drive so far to be at the planning meetings and everything. But we work with, right now, this year, we're going to be working with 109 outings. And we do that in a matter of consulting, and then also we have a hotshot Canon business. I have 5 people that shoot for me, so on any given day we're at outings with the hotshot. So one has kind of led to the other. Recently, when I first met and started working with Phil, I guess maybe about 8 or 9 years ago now, he had suggested about looking into getting under contract with golf courses, and we did. We found an owner that owned 2 golf courses, and we managed and sold all the outings for their golf courses, and which led to a lot of business for us, including the Canon. Recently, those 2 courses were sold to Kemper Sports. Kemper Sports does not employ vendors, so they offered me the job to be their salesperson and marketing person for tournaments and outings. We couldn't work it out just due to logistics and exclusivity and not working with other golf courses, et cetera, et cetera. It got more and more cumbersome as it went. So I'm not associated with any courses right now. We're more independent. But as I was saying to Phil pre the meeting, that about 90% of those outings that we were working with at those courses we were under contract with are staying with us from the consulting side for next year. So we continue to implement. Phil, years ago, we started that whole thing about it's not registration anymore, it's check-in. We've rewritten the rules for check-in now. If you're already checked in, you don't have to be there as early because you're just checking in. There's no need to stand in lines, which let us now, we're about 95% of our customers, everything's prepaid. They do, the only thing they sell the day of is a raffle and 50/50. And
Smart,
even on the
smart.
invitations now, we tell everybody on the reminder email that we send out approximately a week before the tournament. And you'll hear me use the word tournament and outing interchange. They're the same thing. But when we send a reminder letter out, we always remind them that it's a fundraising event to bring 5, 10s, and 20s.
Perfect.
So, but the prepay thing has just, and we've shown that it's mutually beneficial. And Phil touts this, that when it's mutually beneficial, that's when you do business. And because if it's just one-sided, you might not get business again. And you won't want to do business with somebody. And so now when we showed them that it's beneficial to the customer, that they don't have that, if it's business reimbursement or taxes, they have a receipt for everything. They don't have to show up so early to stand in lines. Why it's beneficial for their customer, for the tournament itself, is that they don't have to have all those volunteers and cash sitting there trying to sell people. And except for the 50/50s and raffles. And we even get people now down on the range hitting them to buy raffles and 50/50s. If they're out there, they could be on the putting green, and we got volunteers out there instead of in line. And this year, Phil, unfortunately, I lost my father in December, and we've been we've done one so far. This will be our second one where we do an outing of the year competition kind of thing. And this year, we're going to give a $5,000 scholarship in my father's memory
Oh, wow. I like that idea.
to the top, to what has been agreed upon by a committee as the best run tournament of the year.
Wow. Do you get them all together and kind of have like a little banquet, or how do you get that
We
award
had
out?
we booked the course. One of the courses I had. I don't know what we're going to work through something this year. Hopefully, the course I'm at with right now, because we're in the middle of a tournament right now. That we're going to get 9 holes in and get everybody together.
Oh, good. Good. I love that
Yeah,
idea.
late afternoon tee time, 9 holes. I'm going to meet with a chef here later today about putting together a light fare menu. And we've got so many craft breweries that we work with, staging at holes and that kind of thing, that I'm just going to get the beer donated for the day.
Perfect. Perfect. Well, what we have a lot to learn from Jeff Gang, and one of the key things you're asking yourself, how in the world does a guy do 100 events a year? And I'll tell you exactly why. He implemented one of the key components, which is working directly with golf courses and being the tournament guy. And when you do that, you'll have more than you can imagine. I mean, on the average, a golf course will host 40, 50 events a year. And if you partner up with them, those are all your clients. And you get to sell them the merchandise, you get to consult with them, you get to help them with auctions, you can get to do all of that. So partnering with golf courses is huge. But on the flip side, Jeff, there's you've been doing that for a long time with those golf courses, but then some new people came in and bought it. So the structure is a little bit different now.
Correct. We'll be billing direct instead of it being a service through the golf course, which I was paid for as an employee, incentivized also by bringing in more tournaments, bringing in more players, selling more merchandise, that kind of thing. So on the monetary side, it's a flip a little bit, but we've worked it through and looked at it, and we think it's actually going to be beneficial. And we have a reputation in the community now. It takes time, and people start calling, and of course, the first thing it is that you're helping. I spoke to Phil. You're helping his tournament. What can you do for us? And they want the first 5 minutes to be all the free things you're going to tell them, so that they don't have to pay you for. But I just always tell them, I say, well, I'm happy to listen to you. I'll give you 45 minutes free. I'll look at their budget and their expenditures, and then I'll come back and I'll say, I do this anyway, but I'll say, I can make you more money for next year. And if I can't make at least 20% more for you, then you're not serious about it. And I should probably go to somebody that's looking to be serious about it.
Yeah, that's the way to sell. Well, that's exciting, Jeff. Glad you're killing it over in Maryland. And the weather's decent now. You're still able to do tournaments for a while.
Yeah, we're heading into the heat of this. No, no pun intended there. But we're heading. I know you're in Arizona, but we're heading into the season now for September and October. We some days have 3 and 4 tournaments a day.
Wow,
Yeah, yeah.
that's
So
jam
the, the
packed.
the gas companies love me.
Yeah, but they do. All right, good stuff, buddy. I appreciate that. So, Tiffany, Peggy, what's been happening in your neck of the woods?
I'll let Tiffany go for it. She's spokesperson.
Oh,
Okay.
thank you so much, Peggy. Appreciate that. Well, good morning, everyone. We've been very busy. Jeff, I know it's our first time meeting you. So we run a golf foundation. So we run our own golf tournaments. And so we just actually had a junior golf tournament this past weekend, kids between the age of 5 to 18 years of age. And that went very well. And we have 2 more tournaments coming up that we're running for our own foundation. Another junior golf tournament in Nashville, and then we're running a oh here we oh there we go. And then we're also running a adult tournament, and we're excited because we do have a title sponsor, so we're really excited about that. That obviously gives us the ability to do more. So we're able to use our golf tournament planning skills. We're our own golf tournament planners for the events that we do. And then we also have a client that is a musician that is hosting a outing at the end of next month. So we've been working with him. He's got musicians that'll be flying in from all over the country to participate in this event. That event will be in Chicago. So we're looking forward to that one. We should have, I think, 144, I think is the number that we're looking at for that particular event. Peggy, I don't know if there's anything
Yeah,
else.
yeah. I'll just add they're all smooth jazz musicians, so that one should be a lot of fun. The one we do in Nashville is great because obviously we're promoting the legacy of my dad, Ted Rhodes. So that one we enjoy as well. We have golfers that come from all over to participate. We've been doing it for 54 years.
Wow, that's unbelievable.
We've been doing, and then the birdies for the outing, that the birdies platform has worked well for the outing that we have next month. So we've got, individuals signing up to volunteer through the birdies platform, and then through, to purchase foursomes and things of that nature. So we're doing good. Our footprint is Illinois. We're based in Illinois and as well as Alabama. And then we also have footprint in Tennessee as well. So we are looking to increase, obviously, the number of outings. We've put a lot of attention to the ones that we're running ourselves, but we're also looking at ways to market ourselves so people know that we are available to hire us for the events for 2024.
And how are you doing that?
Word of mouth,
Yeah,
and we've all yeah.
mostly word of mouth. Yeah.
And then we're
Can
looking
I
at
make a
ways of social media too, where we can also, market our skills. And then obviously, I know one thing you had talked about, Phil, is the golf courses. We do have relationships with golf courses in the Chicago area as well as in Tennessee. So also letting those individuals know too that, as they get people that want to host events, to recommend us to be the consultants to help them plan.
And also, I was going to say, because we've been to a couple of events and they're really very unprofessionally ran. So that also gives us an opportunity to let them know that we can assist them. And like Jeff had mentioned, help them either, if it's a fundraiser, whatever it is that they're trying to accomplish, that we can assist them in that as well.
Jeff, you had some
Phil.
ideas for him. Yeah.
Phil, on that line, I don't know if anybody's using scramble100.com or not. You can actually buy ads on there too. And it's a great website. The outings can go and post, put their links into, whatever software they're using as a back-end registration software and payment software, but scramblehunter.com. And, I'm actually in conversation right now, since we're changing our model a little bit, with some streaming services around the Baltimore Orioles, local golf, and that kind of thing, because the ads are very inexpensive. And one gentleman who's now got something like 250,000 subscribers, and next year he's going to add a golf segment, and we're going to be included with tips on how to do your how to increase your fundraising. Not about getting more players, not about selecting a golf course, but tips on raising more money.
Yeah, that's great. And I will say we do have all of our events actually on Scramble Hunter. It's very easy. It took me less than 5 minutes to put all the information on there. I like that they send a email out weekly of the events too, but we hadn't engaged in terms of the ad piece. So thanks, Jeff, for mentioning that.
Well, and gang, don't forget, Scramble Hunter gets all their leads from us, number one. Number two, we have access to most all the tournaments in your area. So if you want leads, we have a package for that. So don't forget about that part. Plus, if you'll go back to your original consultant manual, I give you 21 ways to find tournament customers. All right. One of them simply is AFP, American Fundraising Professionals. ASAE, American Society of Association Executives, MPI, Meeting Planners International, the Convention and Visitors Bureau. I mean, there's literally 25 different ways that we help or show you how to get new clients in your area. Jeff, showed you a great one, partnering with golf courses.
Well, and there's another one, Phil. To your
Yeah.
point there, and I forgot all about this because we're doing this in the winter and it's not even on my radar yet. It's going to be in February. We have a group here in Maryland called the Maryland Association of Nonprofit Organizations, MANO for short. And so I went to the executive director and we had a cup of coffee and they put me in touch with their program director. And next year I'm going to do a webinar around producing a successful fundraising golf tournament. Phil's 18 holes thing, the original manual is a blueprint for that. And but we're going to do it for free. But everybody that registers to be a part of that, I get their contact information. And then we will set up a free 45-minute consultation to see whether we can help them or not. And their membership now is something like 17,000 organizations.
Right. So yeah, Tiffany and Peggy, go back to the consultant's manual, and I give you 25 ways to find new tournament leads in your area. And remember, we have the biggest database in the country, so those are available. So good stuff, gang. I appreciate you plugging away. I know you're great at running your own events, and there's thousands of people that want your help in other areas. So it looks like, I don't know, we've lost a couple of people. I don't know if because they're got bored or they couldn't hear us or what. So, but I know Giancarlo's with us. Buddy, how are you? What's happening down in Florida? You guys are new with us. Fill us in on what you're doing.
Yes, good morning, everybody. So yeah,
Good morning.
Good morning.
we're from Miami, Florida. Super hot and super humid. It's been a crazy summer this year. It's incredible how hot it is. But yeah,
Ask Phil about hot.
Yeah.
well, here is like a super humid, so it's even worse, I think. You can barely stand outside and you start sweating in 2 minutes. But okay, so as Phil mentioned, we are new here. I think we've been for the last 2 months that we finished our course. Right now, we have been working on our webpage. We just have finished all the content for the golf tournament consultant. Previously, well, we still own an embroidery company. We do screen printing, promo items, uniforms, all those kind of material. We started doing golf tournaments many years ago. We have been doing really good with them. So that's where we started focusing more into it and giving the next step, which is the consultant part for the golf tournament, to both help our current customers and try to get new ones too. So we just create a landing page on our website for the golf tournament consultant, all the information. We did an FAQ, we put some pictures, we put the GTAA logo on it too. And right now we're working with a marketing agency to start doing a marketing campaign, maybe doing some ads, SEO, and try to get some customers and a funnel to channel them to contact us and start working with them. Our next step also, we have a customer who's doing a few golf tournaments right now. We talked to him to try to help him in the organization part of the tournament. So we start getting experience on the logistics side that we don't have too much right now. And our plan is also to create our own golf tournament before the end of the year as a tryout to gain experience. Maybe do it with some friends. Both my brother and I were golfers. We probably have around 250 people that we know in Miami that play golf that we can pick up the phone and call them. and made them sign up for a golf tournament. So which is gonna be an easy part to get the participants. The difficult part for us right now, because we don't have the experience, is to put everything together into a big plan. So that's the plan, to gain experience before the end of the year, and next year start doing really big tournaments, and as many as we can. Maybe as Jeff is doing 150 tournaments a month. That would be our goal in the future.
Well, Jeff's one of the best, and he'll always give you great advice. In fact, Jeff, interesting coincidence. Guess where these guys came from? They know our buddy Joe Gill down in Florida.
Oh, really? Small
Yes,
Yeah.
we
world,
did
isn't it?
that. We did all the promo items for the biggest tournament that he got, which is the Mascanosa Foundation tournament. That's a huge tournament. It's like a 450 players a year. We worked for them for 4 or 5 years. We did like 6 or 7 tournaments. All came up pretty good, and that was our biggest motivation to start doing this.
Well, Joe's he's a kidder. He pretends like he's retired, but he kept some of his big, huge clients, like the
Yeah,
450 golfer ones, and he's fishing the rest of the time. But he's got the best of both worlds, overlooking the
yeah,
ocean and planning a
and
few
golfing.
golf tournaments here. So good stuff, buddy. I appreciate that. But here's a great note, gang. Embroidery. These guys are experts in embroidery. I'm gonna resend you everyone's contact information. But if you're ever doing some big events and you've got some great product, great, whether it's hats, shirts, stuff that needs embroidering,
Yeah,
these guys can help you do that. So that's one of the benefits of working together, is sharing each other's experiences and helping each other out. So,
correct. And
all
right now
right.
we have a new technique called DTF, which is working really good for golf shirts because it's flat. It's like a sticker that you put on the shirts. So it's very elastic. It doesn't wrinkle the shirts, and it works amazing with the golf shirts, especially dry
And
fit. They're very elastic. They're amazing.
and it's a lot less expensive, right? Embroidery is a lot more expensive when you try to embroider
Yes,
every shirt.
exactly.
Yeah, and so we've gone that way in a couple of a couple of items, just to save some money. Even though embroidery looks nicer, we're all
Yeah.
looking to
Well, it
save
depends
some
on the
money.
logo. Sometimes the logo that has like too many details, embroidery
Yeah,
can be complicated. So
right.
DTF works amazingly. All the different colors that you can put on with no setup. So it's working great for us. We're doing more and more every day, and I think that's the
Yep,
future.
that's exactly right. Hey, Laurel, you're in Southern California. I don't know if you want to say a few words. You've kind of joined us just to listen in, but you're on mute. Would you like to say a few words on what's happening in California? Uh-oh. Hold on. Okay, technical difficulties. Well, Scott Schaefer was here and he jumped off, so I don't know what happened to him. There you are, Laurel. You want to say a few words?
Oh, no, not necessarily. Just good
Okay, just
morning.
listen. Go
Just
ahead.
good morning. Yeah, good morning from San Diego, and thanks for letting me listen in. We're as you know, a lot of golf tournaments happen in Southern California, so super busy this way.
Yeah, but you've got kind of a unique background too. You come from the golf course end of it, don't you?
I do. I was a PGA head golf professional for many years in another lifetime, and manager of a country club, and right now I'm currently in the golf tournament industry with a management company. So just a lot going on, and a
Yeah,
lot
well,
of I've probably got 700-800 golf tournaments under my belt all these years. So
oh my goodness. Well, we've got a lot to
yeah.
learn from you. I hope that you'll be on board with the
Oh,
GTAA soon. Hey, so I wanted Harrison to say a few words from Pennsylvania, but he looks like he left us, and then Scott Schaefer left us. I don't know if they're like you, Jeff, in the middle of tournament, but this is a busy season. I just wanted to all catch up, but just give you a couple little updates what's happening with the GTAA. Business is steady, Eddie gang. We've got great vendors, great suppliers, and hopefully you're getting those lists that I send out to you. We continue to get new members. We continue to get new viewers. I do want to remind you of our YouTube channel, gang. If you haven't been on there lately, we've got a video on every single topic. So if you want to know how to do a night golf tournament, if you want to know how to do a pro-am, a celebrity am, if you want to know how to sell more tournaments, there's sales training on there. So, and that's all free to you. So check out the YouTube channel, and because we continue to add some great content there. Some big things that we've got happening. We now are working with the Glioblastoma Foundation, which is brain cancer, and their research and stuff that they're doing to try to help cure brain cancer. So they want to do a series of celebrity and pro-am golf tournaments around the country. So we're helping them do that. Working very closely with MPI, Meeting Planners International. They're an international organization. They have meeting planners all over the world. They've got about 500,000 members, and we're working on educational content and seminars. And the reason I bring that up is because we're going to be doing seminars with them in your communities, and hopefully we'll be able to work together on all of that. On the NGSA, National Golf Sales Rep Association side of it, we're getting more and more suppliers. So I have contacts with pretty much every major manufacturer and supplier in the golf industry, because they're all, vendors of the NGSA, which is the other hat that I wear. So if you've got certain products you need, you have certain contacts that you need, you got a certain brand that you want to get out to your tournament, please let me know, because we can get it all at great pricing. And also doing a major event in LA at LA Country Club with some big money folks. So that's going to be a fun one. So we got a lot of stuff going on. Yes, it is hot here, but we just try to tee off early in the morning. So still getting in a few rounds of golf every week. But business good, gang, and I'm here to help you. So please remember that. Please reach out to me anytime. You got questions, you got concerns, you want a refresher course on how to market your company, you want more leads, we have those for you. We've got literally 50,000 tournament leads in our database, gang, and some of them are in your neighborhood. So please let me know about that. And also don't forget that we have the planning guides and the manuals on the golf-a-thon and the night golf and anything you need, gang. I'm here to help you and here to serve you and make sure that you're being successful. So that being said, gang, I appreciate this will be recorded. I'm sorry about the video feed, but I promise not to screw it up next time. And I'm going to send you not only a list of all of our preferred vendors after this call, but also all the other consultants that are on board that you should all be connecting with, because you can all work with each other, help each other with different events, help with vendors, help with learning. Jeff's secret by making tons of money with the cannon gun process and working with golf courses. So any last closing words, gang, before we wrap up? All right. Gang, thank you for your time. I do want to prep you and say I would love to see you in Orlando, Florida. Don't forget the PGA show. I just was in the PGA show in Frisco 2 weeks ago, and it was really great, very small compared to Orlando, but please put that on your calendar. I'd love to see you all in Orlando, and if enough of you come, we'll have a great meeting there also, but it's the show of all shows, so encourage you to be there. So with that, gang, have a great rest of the week, and please feel free to reach out to me. Whatever you need, I'm here to help you. So have a great day. Talk soon.
All
Thank
right,
you, Phil.
thanks.
Thanks,
All
Bye-bye.
right.
Phil.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.